There are some awful things about it, but it is not awful. So we are ready to go. We're going to unload the car and we're going to head out here at the Florida International Rally and Motorsports Park, the firm in Keystone Heights, Florida. Of course, this is the official test track of Grassroots Motorsports. So what better place to test out our latest, hopefully finished enduro car. I know there's going to be some sorting to do, but hopefully the firm will reveal any last minute sorting we have to do before 14 hours at Barber Motorsports Park. So yeah, from a testing perspective, I think we're just going to go out there. We'll take a couple laps just to make sure all the controls work, you know, going 50 or 60%, just to make sure the thing's not going to fall apart from under us. We'll check some temperatures, we'll check some nuts and bolts, and then we'll go out and we'll start, you know, progressively beating on it harder and harder until something either goes wrong or nothing goes wrong, or we get to a point where it just feels like we're sort of reached diminishing returns, and we'll hopefully learn a lot of very pleasant things today. What do you think?
I think we're gonna have the time of our lives.
All right. There are some awful things about it, but it is not awful. It actually, you know, there's a lot of sorting to do. For example, the steering wheel is actually so high, I'm looking through below the rim of the wheel to see. So I feel like a kid at the arcade, which is kind of fun. The car is obviously very light, which is going to help it in the long run. So you can, I was just making sure everything, all the controls worked. So I wasn't really doing much with it, but it needs a lot of sorting. But there's a target in sight. You know, it needs a weekend of tweaks, but those tweaks will actually lead to something, and you can kind of see a finish. So yeah, I mean, it's a nice, light, responsive car, which I think is gonna help it in the long run. And I'm looking forward to making a couple of changes here at lunch and going back out and actually throwing the thing around a little bit, because I think it will respond well to that, which may be the last thing I ever say on film. So please save this video, Chris. And if those are my last words, then I will stick by them. Yeah, nice work, gentlemen.
So I've never actually driven on a track before, besides autocross and stuff like that. So make sure I'm comfortable in the car before I go jump in a lemons race for 24 hours. So it should be fun. JG seems to have shaken it down pretty well, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay. It popped out every time I like let off the gas and then reaccelerated.
Okay.
So I don't know. It might have just been me.
Yeah, I'll go back and say you never did that for me.
It's a lot of fun. I've got a lot to learn about driving, but I had a lot of fun. I mean, I only did 4 laps, but I'm into it.
So we survived a successful day. I think Tuesday I found out, hey, can you go drive the Fox a little bit? And then I realized like it was not as simple as that. But you guys worked all night last night and got the thing going. And this was your first time on track in this car. How do you feel now after a day?
I feel a lot better. This car, I've come to find out, doesn't care what you do to it. You just press the gas pedal and you steer, and it takes you there.
Not much happens when you press the gas, but that's kind of good. Like
not much happens when you steer either.
No.
So yeah, we're pretty well sorted for how haphazardly we put the car together.
Yeah, and I think it's a car that's not going to be knocking the drivers out. You know, it's really easy to drive. Get a little more comfortable inside. It's not too loud. It doesn't beat you up. It doesn't really go fast enough to put a lot of stress on you. So I think you guys will be doing single stints easy, and double stints are probably fairly possible. So yeah, good luck.
Support brands that support Grassroots Motorsports. Get your chemical solutions from CRC Industries. Visit crcindustries.com to learn more.